if successive elections are anything to go by, our antecedents, if history is anything to go by, it appears a lot of Nigerians, maybe even most Nigerians, have lost faith in the process, and there is a palpable voter apathy. Even in the course of doing this job, when we have conversations of this nature, you have many persons who call in or respondents, either via phones or messages, who express a feeling of mistrust or misgivings about the entire process. They don't believe in the process. And this might, in no small way, be as a result of the activities of some of your colleagues. They believe that the elections are not a true test of any popularity. Elections or results have been written by some people already. There's no point wasting your time to go out in the heat or in the rain, as you mentioned a while ago, to go cast that vote. As politicians, will be politicians and try to sabotage the process. What do you have to say to the average Nigerian who feels that way?
Well, that trend is changing by the day. You see, if you cast your mind back to the military era, we try to come back to democracy over time. Some elections were conducted, some was annulled, and those processes came up like that. Sometimes they would disband political parties, they would form one, and at the end of the day, it was just like up and down, up and down. But finally, in 1998, up till now, democracy has evolved. It has settled. There's no longer disbandment of political parties. The parties that were formed, instead, new parties are being formed. And so a lot of hope is being rekindled now. People now have hope in the political process more than the way it was before now. Like I said, 1998, 99, 2000 till now, there has been progression. We have a lot of people have come into the politics. Some people before we are saying no, it's just for some people. But a lot of people have now indicated interest in participating in politics, including the technocrats, those that call themselves technocrats, that maybe have whatever they are doing, some businessmen and all that, some lecturers, professors, and the rest of them, international business people. They were not interested before now. But recently you will see that almost everybody is interested in politics in Nigeria, because the hope of tomorrow we are believing now lies on this process that we are going to pass through to make sure, somebody is a councillor. The councillor will represent us. So if we have a need in the community, that councillor is supposed to canvass for our need, not us anymore, because we have already handed our mandate to him to go there and canvass for our rights and those things that we really need. And so these things, this perceived belief before now is changing seriously. And with the innovations that are coming in, like that permanent voters card was not what we were using before, that had to do with electronics, that you use fingerprint and all that. Before, it was not like that. We started with all these ballot papers, where you carry a ballot paper and they'll just stick your name, not even looking at it electronically, whether it's your own or not. And at that time, you can see people will now go and write so many cards, voters cards, and now begin to, on election day, they will go and hire people, give them those cards. The people will now come and queue and then present as if it's their name. Meanwhile, it's not their name. And somebody can use it over and over. That was when the democracy, you can say, it can go either way, But right now, there are a lot of stringent measures that have been initiated, that have been put in practice, and it's working well. And on a daily basis, we are fine-tuning it. The Nigerian system is fine-tuning it, and it is going well. So I want to say that those beliefs are going off, and democracy is really, really thriving in Nigeria now.
Maybe another